Hi, and welcome to Prepping Essentials. Good morning, it's 5:45 on Saturday the 4th of June. Just making my way down to the land, and as always, not quite sure what we're going to get done today, but let's find out. Well, here we are down on the land. It's a bit of a cool morning this morning, a bit of a breeze as well. Sun's tucked away behind all that thick cloud, so I'm not sure we'll see much of that today. It is forecast for a thunderstorm this weekend, but you can never really believe what the weather forecast says. We'll have a little quick wander across by the beehives on the way down to the cabin, just to see if there's anything new and exciting there. I have popped in during the week, just as usual, to check on the chickens. I had a friend down on Thursday all day on a shoot. He had a really good productive day, 6 rabbits and a wood pigeon, so he was happy, as was I, to get rid of a few of the pests. He did say that somewhere down here he'd seen some eggs in the side of a tree, but I don't see anything. I could spend all day. I'll have a little look later, and I'm not wasting your time. Most important thing, the swarm, the little tiny one. I cleared the big one at the weekend, you remember. Oh, sorry, Wednesday. And there was a tiny one left. That's gone. So it looks like the hedgerow is clear of swarms. I guess the burning question is, what's going on inside the hives? You'll find out later, no doubt. Anyway, let me get inside opened up, get the kettle on, sort the chickens out, and we'll see what we can get done today. Well, as usual, first things first, sort the chickens out. They're all busy pecking away. As usual, I've got some greenery because it is the weekend after all, so we'll be having a bit of that later. I don't know what it's going to do today. It looks like it might just chuck it down with rain. So I've got the eggs. I'll get myself in the cabin. Hopefully the kettle's boiled, and we'll see what we can get done today. And as usual, have a little chat. Well, good morning. It's the weekend. Actually, if you're in the UK, you're halfway through your weekend, because this weekend we've had a extended bank holiday weekend. So we've had Thursday, Friday, and then the usual Saturday, Sunday. So many of you will have had an extra 2 days off. I hope you all have. We all deserve a bit of a break, and these extra days either give us a chance to kick back and relax, which is always nice, or if you're working, unfortunately, at least you've got the added bonus of extra money in the pay packet because of the extra bank holiday weekend. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you are staying safe and well and enjoying your weekend. I did have Thursday and Friday off work. However, both of those days were entirely filled running around with family members, so I never actually got a chance to come down and do anything here at the cabin. So today is the first day. So it is like a normal weekend for me. Though having said that, tomorrow, Sunday, I'm also away all day. So I'm not going to get anything done tomorrow. So today really is my only day of being able to get cracked on and get something done down on the field. Looking at the weather, I don't know what I'm going to get done today. I had hoped that I might get some grass cut. We had a really hot very sunny day on Thursday, and then Friday there was a little bit of rain just to damp down the grass. Though looking at it this morning, it doesn't seem too bad. It's not too wet, so there is a chance, fingers crossed, I'll actually get out with Little Red Tractor or the strimmer or maybe even the mower, I don't know, and get something cut, because it is looking a bit raggedy again. I'll leave the far end though, the northern end, by the beehives. I'll leave that for this weekend, and I'll focus on this other eastern side by the trees and the wooded area. I don't want to take away all of the clover that's providing a real nice bounty of food for the bees. Garden isn't looking too bad. I think I did pop a clip out in the community tab during the week, and then there was that midweek video Wednesday. You'll have seen me picking some fruit, the first fruit of the year from the strawberries and the blueberries. That was really nice, really nice. The fruit was so sweet and tasty. It's times like that when you wish that you had more. Because while I do get some, a lot of it does go to the critters, the pests. I noticed around the polytunnel on Wednesday there were quite a few strawberries on the floor from those little tubs by the door. So something's been having a go. I'm guessing it's pigeons. But anyway, I'll give you a run round so you can see what's going on with the planting. And I might actually get some more planting done today. As usual, there's loads going on in my mind as to what I want to be doing. Things like strawberries on the brain, tomato plants. They want something in the way of support for them because they are coming on really large now. You'll see that as we run around in a video shortly. I'm tempted to reseed some carrots. Bit disappointing with the carrots this year. Can't complain about potatoes. There's an endless supply of those, though it might be worth my while just popping some more in just for that succession planting. I do want to try and push out as late as I possibly can this year, and get a bit more in storage over winter. Loads of things on my mind right now. In terms of the big wide world, the media has been absolutely full of distraction this last week. You've had the Johnny Depp celebrity trial going on. That's been headline news every single day this week. And indeed, even though it's over, it still is. Here in the UK, it's the Queen's Diamond Jubilee this weekend. So there's been lots of stories in the media about that. Thursday, Friday was endless coverage. That'll probably continue today and tomorrow, just for added distraction. Whilst I am a fierce supporter of the monarchy, it has been hijacked to cover up what else is going on in the world and try and spread a bit of cheer amongst the public and distract them from the dismal life that we're having now in terms of cost of living crisis that's going on. War in Ukraine still going on. They've got like a little counter now, a bit like we had with COVID, when COVID was going on. We're at the 100-day mark now, and we're getting it every day. It was 90, 91, 92, got to the magic 100 mark, and it'll continue no doubt, as will the conflict, because governments are determined to prolong this thing. They're just pumping money and arms into Ukraine like it's going out of fashion. There is no chance that that is going to end anytime soon. It's turned from a, shall we say, a small military dispute between Ukraine and Russia into, it is actually, I hesitate to use the term World War because it's been used so much in YouTube. a lot of YouTube channels have gone completely over the top with this. And there's endless talk about we're all going to get nuked and it's going to develop and spread across the whole of Europe, and then America's going to wade in, and really, really blown out of all proportion. But it is going to continue because it's now developed into a East versus West conflict, and Western governments seem determined to prolong it, and almost as if they really want to escalate it. It's like deliberate provocation. It's also a very good excuse to spend more money on the back of, we've got to win this war, so we need to support Ukraine, and we'll throw literally billions of pounds, dollars, euros at it. We'll throw in all of our ammunition and armaments that are reaching their expiry date. We'll either lend or give those to Ukraine, and that means that we can spend more money on our friends in the industrial military complex, keep those companies in business, and well, it's actually going to be a boom year for defence companies this year, as government throws more money at them to produce more, to replenish the stocks that they've given away. So difficult to know what to say about it, really, other than it has been engineered, it is deliberately been prolonged, and it doesn't do us, the public, any favours while we're trying to combat the massive increase in the cost of living that hasn't been created by this war. It's been created by government, but will be prolonged by this war as government focuses on that rather than fixing the problems that they've got in their own countries. And I think I'll leave it at that before I go out on a real rant. Cost of living is a real thing. It's people are really waking up to it now. More and more people are starting to struggle and suffer just to get by, day by day. Food prices have gone up. They're still affordable, but obviously far more expensive than they have been. The big danger with food is going to be availability, for sure. I've talked in previous videos about availability and the reasons why availability will not be as plentiful as we're used to. But the big thing really is energy, whether that's electricity and gas, to maintain your home and to maintain the businesses that rely on it to serve us, after all, or whether that's the cost of fuel in vehicles. I was out on a bit of a road trip yesterday. I filled the car. It's only a small fuel tank. It's 40 litres, I think. It's not big. But that cost me £70 to fill. Diesel now, I can still find it just over £1.80. I think £1.81 point something is the average price locally. So that's $8 a gallon for our American cousins. It is massively expensive now. So if you're dependent on the car to go to work, more and more of your salary has been eroded by the cost of getting to and from work. And that's not going to be remedied anytime soon. I doubt highly we're going to see, even if everything stabilised as we went through the year and started to slowly recover and the oil price went down. We all know that oil companies don't reduce. Once the price is up, it's up and it becomes the norm. So yeah, it's going to be a very expensive year this year. I've got a gas bottle that I need to fill. Fortunately, I still have 2 full tanks in the tractor garage, plus there's a tank in the gas heater in the cabin. So I'm not short of gas, but I am going to feel a bit uncomfortable, I feel sure, as I go hunting around trying to find a place to refill the empty gas cylinder. I was talking to somebody, I think it was when I was down in London on Monday. They have a caravan, and I don't know how we got on the subject of gas, but we did. And they were saying that they'd been driving around from store to store trying to find somewhere that actually had them in stock. So it's going to be interesting. I'll let you know. I'll give you an update at some point, probably during the week, as to how I got on trying to source a refill cylinder and what the price was. I've been used to be paying around about £30 per 15 kilo cylinder. I have to confess, I don't use that much, so it's quite a while since I actually refilled a cylinder. But I'm pretty confident it won't be £30. I'll be stunned if it's under 40, in all honesty. But as I say, I will let you know how I got on in terms of finding them, and then ultimately what the price was. Anyway, my coffee's going cold. I need to get this drunk. We'll give you a run round the planting so you can see what's going on, and then, as usual, wherever I am up to, I'll keep you updated as we go through the rest of the videos today. Well, I've just been trimming a few stray branches round by the entrance to the field. Some of the ones that get in the way when I'm mowing, and more importantly, it's my gas bottle there, waiting to get refilled. Branches that were reaching out across the entranceway, I was starting to get those making contact with the side of the car as I was driving in and out, so a bit of preventative surgery for the various bushes that I've got. I could spend hours doing this. There's an awful lot scattered around the field, but I'm conscious that this rain might actually be coming, so I think I'll get the red tractor out. I'll dump this first, get tractor out and have a little run around. Right, we'll give that 5 minutes to warm up, and we'll see what we can get done with the grass before this rain comes. If it comes, who knows. Well, I did promise you a quick run round, so let's take a quick look. We've got a huge strawberry down here. It's not 100% ready yet. Not far off though. Blueberries are. Loads of those scattered around everywhere you look. And millions more coming on this smaller bush. So that's nice. Still no sign of a fig on the fig tree, which is a little bit disappointing, but I guess it's early yet. Let's take a quick run round. Chickens raised bed. Lettuce coming on well now, despite the best efforts of the critters who do keep getting in there. The numbers seem to be declining quite quickly. Raised beds, all looking very nice actually. That little bit of rain has helped them out a lot. Potatoes in the whiskey barrels coming on nice and strongly. The ones outside now are starting to die back, so it won't be long before we're harvesting, I don't think. There is one inside the polytunnel which I'm kind of keen to have a look at. I might do that because I am going to plant some more. Onions coming on well, onions and garlic coming on well. Broccoli survived despite the best efforts of the weather. Again, this little bit of rain we've had yesterday will help those out. Other raised beds coming on quite strongly. I think something's been chewing in this one though, because this left hand side is definitely not as good as the right hand side. So I suspect the pigeons have been having a field day. Strawberries all coming on well, lots and lots of berries coming now. Won't be long before I'm harvesting some of these, I don't think. Sweet corn coming on well, putting on some really nice strong growth there. They seem to have escaped the attention, or am I speaking too soon, of the pests. I've got some weeds in there though. And look at this, the cherry tree starting to go red. And it's surprising, the more you look the more you find. They are buried amongst this tree pretty much everywhere, which is very nice to see. What else we got? These strawberries at the back here, not coming on quite as well. I think they got a little bit too dry though. Having said that, look at that. Again, it won't be long before I'm having some off here, I don't think. That's late, that one, it's still flowering. Quick run inside the polytunnel. You've seen this, there's nothing dramatic though. There is some work. Oh, look at this. Again, strawberries come in. Oh, that's almost ready, that one. Do I take it now? Same with this one. Oh, that's going to have to go now, I'm sorry. But it is. Look at that. How nice is that? Very sweet. Something's been pecking around on this strawberry bush. Lots and lots of them there though. Another one almost ready. I'll resist the temptation to eat that. Don't want you getting jealous. What we got? Carrots. These buckets are very disappointing. There's very few in there. I might need to reseed those. Those pumpkins coming on well, as are the cucumbers, despite the best efforts of the pests that have managed to chew that one completely off, and that one. But I've still got lots coming through. You can see again on this one, look, something's been having a feast on the leaves, but we've still got lots. Tomato plants coming on very well. They're going to need staking or stringing. And potatoes, I think that one is about ready. It's about ready to lift, I think. Now, which is the true potato seed one? I honestly can't remember. There is a tag in there somewhere. It might be this one. I'll have a little dig around in that later. These chilies, not far off wanting planting out, I think. Similarly, those other tomatoes, they're about ready for planting out. I have got a single solitary pea. Look at that. And that's probably not far off from being wanting planting out. Don't know where it was with the peas this year. This year and last year was very disappointing. But hey ho, it is what it is. Warm in there. I think I'll just leave that door slightly open for a while. While we're here, let's take a quick run, and it will be quick, across to the beehives and just see what activity we've got. I'm wanting this grass cutting before it gets too too windy and potentially too wet, because that sky is definitely threatening rain. I don't see that much activity, to be honest, around these hives. I don't know whether that's the weather keeping them in. This one's got some bees coming in and out. They're all kind of hiding around the door thinking, weather's a bit rubbish. If I get time, I'm tempted to have a look inside. Oh, there is some bees on this one. There's one just going in there. So they are out. I just think that the weather's not great for them. And similarly, we've got some coming in and out of here. Good morning, bees. Yeah, it's hard to say. But the good news is I still don't see any swarm activity on these hawthorn trees in the hedgerow here. So that's good. Right, let me get back to the cabin. I was going to have another cup of coffee, but I think I daren't. I think I need to get pressed on with the grass cutting, so I'll catch up with you again shortly. Well, we're making steady progress with the grass cutting. Got about halfway up this wooded boundary end of the field. Just stopped really to feed the chickens because they do enjoy scratching around in these grass cuttings. Lots of grass, clover, and there's probably millions and millions of little insects in there for them to scratch away at. So I'll just give the tractor 5 minutes to have a rest, and likewise give myself 5 minutes to have a rest, and then we'll get cracked on again. I really don't know what's happening with this weather. It is getting grey and greyer and greyer and greyer, so I just need to keep pushing on as much as I can, just in case the weather does take a turn for the worst. Well, this end of the field in the corner of the woodland where it meets the main road is proving to be a bit of a challenge. It's still actually very wet up this end. You can see the difference in the length of the grass, I'm fairly sure, between what I've cut and what's yet to cut. Doesn't look much, but it's a lot actually, and it's clogging up the chute that goes into the box on the back of the mower. But we just keep plugging away at it. Thankfully it's not started to rain yet, so if I can get this top end done by the roadside, I'll call it a day for grass cutting. I'll be very happy. I'm leaving the far end where the bees are, just to give them some food. There's not much clover on this end at all really, so I'm not losing anything by cutting it down. So, I don't know, another half hour, 45 minutes should see us done. Well, there we go. That's all the way down this eastern side where the wooded area is, done from back of the cabin And the chicken coop all the way down this side, all around this entrance area and up into the corner. So really pleased with that. It was a bit of a chore round this end. It was actually quite long, longer than I thought. And of course, with it being still wet, it kept blocking up the tractor. But it's done, that's the main thing. So that's always the hardest bit to do. The central section's fairly quick, but I'll leave that. There's quite a lot of flowers on there. And that northern area, around where the beehives are. Likewise, I'll leave that because it's covered in clover flowers. So food for the bees. I'll just have 5 minutes running around these few trees, just tidying up. And that'll be it done for the grass cutting. Well, it wouldn't be the weekend without the greenery for the chickens. They're all enjoying that. Plenty of it to go at. They don't know what to do now with the greenery. They've got the grass clippings and they've got fresh lettuce. Do I spoil my chickens? Well, I might be a bit early with this, I don't know. But I'm going to give it a go and see what we've got in this container of potatoes. I might regret it because I might be pulling them a little bit too early for the first ones, but we'll see. It's always a bit hit and miss trying to decide how soon you can pull these. Plenty of foliage there. Hard to tell. Lots of little tiny baby ones. I can see that already. Right, let's give it a whirl and see what we've got. Well, we've definitely got potatoes. I can see that already. The question is, have I pulled them too early? Let's take a little look. Oh, there we go. Fresh new potatoes. And there doesn't seem to be a shortage. These baby ones are going to be very nice, boiled up. Very nice. Look at this. So far, beautifully clean. Or am I speaking too soon? Yeah. Lots of smaller ones. They could probably have done with another week. But if nothing else, this will give me an indication of where the other containers are, how far on they are and how soon to lift them. Some fairly decent sized ones. That. There's certainly no shortage. A little bit of skin scab on that one. I'll have to be careful when I choose these. The majority are very, very quick though. They just keep coming. Got to be a bit careful with this because this is where these stray potato plants come from. I reuse the compost, mix it in with fresh, and invariably I miss the very, 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 very small ones. Very nice. Look at that. They just keep coming. Well, 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 look at this. I can't believe how many I'm getting out of this container. Look at that. They just keep coming. And still coming. Look, it's like a magic bucket. There's so many in there, it's unreal. Now see, if I was at home, I could weigh these and tell you exactly how many there are, but as you know, I'm in the process of moving house, so I don't have access to all of the stuff that I would normally have. I mean, that's a big potato. They're still coming, look. Still coming. I've got to be there now, surely to God. No, still some there. That's a little bit of... Oh, it's not rotted, it's damp. I thought it was rotting. Well, I'm surprised. I didn't expect as many as I've got out of that bucket, or container, whatever you want to call it. That is it. Well, look at that. How nice does that look? There's a good 3, maybe more than 3 kilos, so 6-7 pounds easily, and some fairly decent sized potatoes in there. You know, that's not bad. Even the smallest ones, these little puppies down here, I mean, they literally are the smallest. They'll just wash and boil up as they are, as kind of salad potatoes. So out of that one bucket, that's what we've got. And there's one there, look. Let's pull them out. There's one there. Maybe that one. Tiny, that one. And that one. I'm being really picky. That's about it. So out of all of that, there's 4 potatoes there that have got a little bit, and it is a little, look, tiny bit of skin scab, tiny bit. But out of all of that, I'll take that all day long. Oh, there's one there, look. It's got a little bit. But absolutely nothing wrong with them. Even the ones with this skin scab, it'll peel off. So I just need to let those sit and dry out. So I'll pop them away in the cabin just to dry out. Let the skins set. Job done. Beautiful result from that bucket. Well, I've harvested one bucket of potatoes, so it's time to plant out some more. And just as before, I'll just pop these in layers. and gradually fill them out. Just top up the compost. Some decent chits on these. Again, these are just shop bought potatoes that the quality of them, let's have that one in there. The quality of them is not great, in all honesty. They're sprouting or chitting really quite quickly, but they serve the purpose for me in terms of being able to plant. So we'll just layer these. I've still got quite a lot of chitting potatoes. I've done this kind of half and half of the soil out of that previous container that I harvested, and half with compost, fresh compost. So it's saving me in terms of buying compost. Just recycle. Right, those are in, ready for the next layer. I've got just about enough here. That seems a shame. I've got two fairly decent sized ones in here, so I think I'll just pop those in the middle. They're a different variety, but in all honesty, I'm not bothered. Right, that's those done. Let's get them covered over, and job's a good one. Two more containers planted out. We'll see how late I can go with these. We're at the start of June, so September, October we'll be pulling these, and hopefully we'll have some succession planting following on behind these to give us the Christmas harvest as we did last year, but hopefully more of them this year. Right, let's see what else we can get done today. I've just reseeded those carrots, so I'm just giving them the tiniest bit of water because the soil is actually quite wet in the pots. So hopefully we'll see some signs of life over the coming weeks. Bit disappointing with the carrots this year, don't know what's up with them, but then it's been a strange year weather-wise. Well, while I'm in planting mode, I figure I'll get these tomato plants supported because they are getting to quite a decent size now. So I've just got some string tied around the bottom of the buckets. I'm just winding that around the plants to start with, and then up to the support tube on the polytunnel frame. Bit rough and ready, but it works. I did it last year and it worked fine. But I've got a fairly large bucket here. I figure that I'll get those chili plants planted out. just making a bit of a framework with some bamboo. I've got, or I had, 3 spare bamboo canes after I'd done the cucumbers, so that will do. Right, I've got 5 of these, so I'll put, I think 3, the big 3, into this and just top it up with compost, and then the other 2 I'll probably put in their own pot. That's not bad, decent root ball on there. So let's have that dug in. Just tease it into place by this cane and hopefully it'll find its own way. Again, decent root ball. And again, just pop it around. Now, which one? I think that middle one. And again, not a bad root ball. So I'll just dig this in. Top it up with a little bit of compost. Not a lot required for this, I don't think. Well, the tomatoes are looking a bit more under control now. Everything's starting to come along. Cucumbers, pumpkins, reseeded the carrots. 2 tubs of potatoes gone in. There's the little chilies. I'll get some more of those bamboo canes and just make a little frame in this one. And while I was on, I couldn't help but put that pea plant on, because that is starting to come on a storm. Again, that's going to need something to climb on, but I just don't have anything in the polytunnel right now. So we're just about full. I have got some seedlings. Some cauliflower there. There's a stray solitary, 2 cabbage. And then I've got some cauliflower and some more tomatoes coming on. I'm debating whether or not to put those cauliflowers out in the raised bed. I might go and have a look at the ones that were pecked at by the pigeons and see if I can fill in the gaps. Well, you can see that some of these didn't actually progress. I think they've been attacked. The smaller ones certainly look chewed. So I think we'll just interplant with some of these big ones. I'll keep the little ones to one back in the tray and try and grow them on. I'll try and get the biggest ones. I mean, that's totally destroyed, that one. So we'll get that in there. To replace that. There's another fairly decent sized one. Oh, cockerel's going a bit mad. This weather's definitely changing. There's something in the air, so maybe their forecast was right about the thunderstorm. Maybe we are going to get one. A hell of a root ball on that. I think we'll have that in here. I'll leave the other one that's been chewed in place just in case it makes a recovery, but if not, these will take over. Take your pick with them. Well, that's the raised beds looking very nice. everything's coming along now. Hopefully those extra cauliflowers that I've put in will just help fill out that bed. Burning question, I guess, is I can't stop looking at these cherries. I'm stunned that they've actually produced on so young a tree. I really am. Yeah, I can't stop thinking about the bees, but this weather is not helping me. It keeps spitting with rain now. The wind has definitely picked up, and I'm loath to start tearing apart the hive again, particularly since I had them open on Wednesday, which was a pretty rubbish day, as you saw, weather-wise. We have got activity. They're coming in and out on certainly the first hive, and certainly the second. There's another one just going in. So they are out and about. No signs in the hedgerow of any swarms again, so that's really good. I'm tempted, I think, just to leave these and let them just settle down, and then we'll have a decent go at them next weekend. They are coming in and out. I don't know if you saw that little one there, just there he goes, having a little look and saying, nah, it's rubbish out here, get back inside where it's warm. Yeah, so I think I'll tidy up, get everything locked up and make a break for it before this weather closes in, because I'm pretty sure now that we are going to get some pretty big rain. Well, that's it for today. Everything's locked up. I must just grab that petrol can before I forget. I refueled a little red tractor after the grass cutting, so as usual I'll get this filled straight up. Grass is looking real nice. Real nice. As are the raised beds. Everything's gradually coming along. Just going to make a quick dash for the car before this rain comes down anymore. I've left this side in terms of grass cutting. You can clearly see all of the clover. There's clover all the way down this northern end of the field, so that's plenty of food there for the bees. It's amazing because the first year this was just thistles and brambles. There were no flowers to speak of at all, and then gradually, second year dandelions, third year we've got dandelions followed by clover. Really nice to see, really nice. Anyway, that's me for today. I am away tomorrow, so it's highly unlikely I'll get anything done. I might try and nip in very, very early in the morning just to top the chickens' food up before I set off on my travels, but it will be nothing else but that. I certainly won't get any proper work done. Again, nice to see the grass all cut down. Gotta get that gas bottle in the car. But how nice is that? Proper job. So the bit that grows the most and the longest, and to be fair gets the wettest, is done, and I've just left this side. I did have a run down the entrance, but not onto the side of the road, just the middle bit. I'll catch that probably next weekend, and I'll probably catch this central bit as well next weekend. We'll see how we get on with the flowers, but there are lots and lots for the bees. These rose bushes didn't really do much last year, but this year flowers are out in force. So yeah, it just goes to show the more that you manage it, properly manage it, the better it gets. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, hope you're staying safe and well and enjoying your weekend.
Of interest to you.
Catch you all in the next
video. If you did
video.
like the video, please do click on the like button. Also feel free to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. As always, I welcome any comments, questions or suggestions you might have. Just feel free to leave them in the comments section below. But for now, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.